Brave Words and Bloody Knuckles presents Eric Braverman's The Greatest Music Ever Created and How It Ruined Our Lives. With guests from Iron Maiden's Somewhere on Tour, Lauren Harris, her lead guitarist Richie Faulkner, and from Megadeth's Platinum Years, as well as the author of Making Music Your Business, David Ellefeson.
Hi, I'm Eric Braverman. My friends call me EB. You should probably call me Seshla, the Windwalker. I guess I'm kind of a storyteller. And the story I'd like to tell today is that I can't go to an Iron Maiden concert anywhere without friends, fans, professional colleagues bitching or inquiring about Lauren Harris. What's Lauren Harris playing on this for? Who's this Lauren Harris? Why is Lauren Harris playing on this thing? What's up with Lauren Harris? So we'll go and find out if Lauren Harris is cool or not, or talented or not, or if we should just stop her from even performing, or why are people so upset that this Lauren Harris girl's on the show? Is there corruption? Is there... You guys played like Mumbai before you even played Chicago.
Yeah, it's quite strange.
You guys are kooks. You know, to think that just seems like a lot of pressure for me. What's a kook? A kook's like someone who would walk along the line of the fence drunk and maybe fall.
Okay.
You know, someone that wears one roller skate. That's a kook. And in one of your songs, "Through the Guitar Player," Steal Your Fire. There's like this breakdown part.
That's right.
It just sounds like Angus Young possessed.
It does.
Did you guys go, we need an Angus part?
That's not actually our song.
That's
like that.
Oh, yeah.
That's actually a cover.
What?
So it's not our fault. You can't put that.
What is Steal Your Fire covered from?
Gun.
Yeah, it's a Scottish band. Is it a Scottish band? Called Gun.
Gun.
Yeah.
See, I don't know. They're not one of the 6 bands I told you about.
Exactly. Well, we're broadening your horizon.
I'm going to write this down. Gun. Where's my pen?
We're opening your
Okay,
horizon.
and then and speaking of cover tunes, you do a UFO song. Did you do that because you like UFO, or because your dad seems to like UFO?
No, you know, we started doing the cover songs because we didn't have enough songs. Because we've got one album now, so we needed more material. And he suggested that song. I mean, I like it as well, and he's a big fan of it. So we ended up doing it, and it ended up working perfectly. We all loved it, so I made the album.
So sometimes you would take some advice from dad.
Oh yeah, definitely.
What about performing with a corpse? Were you ever afraid, how do you perform without a corpse, Dad? You know what I mean? Did you guys have discussions about that, or?
Yeah, we talk about that all the time. How to,
You need does he say, Lauren, look at our success. You need a decaying body doing something in your show.
Yeah, maybe it could be.
Really, this has never been talked about?
No.
Because without his, because think about it, your dad.
Maybe it could be a girl, Eddie.
Well, your dad. Well, that's a good idea. Have you seen the Iron Maidens?
Yeah.
Yes, that was.
They have a girl that looks like that. That Derek painted. That Derek Riggs painted. And it looks like a girl that looks like a decaying. That Derek Riggs. If you look that up.
Well, you mean that actually one of the performers looks like that?
Well, no, they're all right looking girls. Not as good looking as you or you. But they are these girls. They made an album or something, and Derek Riggs did the cover. Russ Ballard. Did you know who he was?
No.
Were you like, who's this guy?
Yeah, I was. I honestly was. I didn't know until after I'd been to his studio and done the recording and everything. I got home and said to my dad.
Home? You got home?
Yeah.
I almost said I got high home. I'm like, what? You got high right after that? Okay, she went home and then told your dad.
Yeah, and he said, oh, what was his name? And I said, Russ Ballard. And he was like, what? And I was just like, who is he? And he was like, he's done all this stuff.
Had you heard Since You've Been Gone, like that song?
Yeah, of course I know. I didn't know he wrote it.
Why didn't you cover that one? That could be a good one.
Yeah.
Because too many other bands have done it.
Do you know that one?
I love that song.
We could do that one
Since
for
You've Been Gone, is that Graham Bonnet singing that?
I think it is.
Well, that's just a nice sounding song. Anything Richie Blackmore was part of. And then that thing you say you came home with your dad. So you go home to the house that's full of all, this is like legendary in the heavy metal thing. Mm-hmm. The house you grew up in has a bunch of the corpses up in it.
Yeah, it does.
Well, so you're kind of screwed up inside and stuff, right? Or do you like trips to the morgue? Is that like a fun?
Oh yeah, there's a.
Like when you're growing up and there's like a corpse hanging
They've got one in
there.
your house, man. They've got a morgue in the house.
Yeah, we have.
Oh my goodness. I guess I should assume that. But I mean, was that ever weird? Did your friends ever come over that don't know and go, your house is decorated or has some corpses in it, or what? How does this affect a young woman's life?
Like, my friends who I didn't know would come around festival, like, as soon as you come in, like, we've got gates, and as soon as you drive in the gates, there's a massive, massive big eddy, and you drive over the thing, and the eyes light up.
The eyes light up.
And they're green, and that used to be really, really scary. Like, we don't have it anymore, it doesn't work. But my friends did kind of freak out the first couple of times, but then it was alright.
It just seemed like odd. I mean, you would have to, I'm sure you get sick of asking or answering this question about your dad and this and that.
No one's ever
but it would
asked
have
that
to.
before.
How can they not ask you about corpses? I don't even understand. Here's Iron Maiden. They gave us a couple things. This one's even pink. Is this your pass? Because it's pink?
No, this is my one.
No, but I meant that, like, I thought they gave us this because we were talking to you and it was pink and, like, it looks. But see, clearly there's corpses on everything.
Yeah.
There is indeed.
I don't know what they would do if there was a
Without
corpse.
a corpse.
And, like, when you're hanging out at these corpses, did your dad, like, say,
hanging out.
did your dad want you to read, like, books about World War II a lot and stuff? Has he asked you why none of your songs are about World War II?
No, not yet.
Because I don't think your dad, like, goes into any, you know, I think his folks lived through that. Your grand folks.
He's like, yeah, war and religion and that kind of thing.
So he doesn't ever cut, because he played on your record.
Yeah.
When he was in there, did he ever go, hey, you know, we could kind of change these lyrics to be about an apocalyptic, you know, anything like that? Or did he just roll with it?
Yeah, no, he just rolled with it. Maybe that's in the second album.
That's it. And you know, I would think growing up in that atmosphere, you must have met like every rock person you can almost think of, right?
Do you know what? I actually didn't. Like, I have met a few, but like when I was younger, I didn't even really kind of know who they were. I was too young.
So you didn't go, Dad, you're taking me to the show tonight. I want to meet Bon Jovi or whatever.
No.
Oh, because I was going to ask you, like, who was the biggest ass of all these people you met? Because you've gone and done festivals. Who do you like look?
Yeah,
who do you least look forward to seeing again? You've done. Just say
Are we
it.
allowed to? Yeah.
Yes, because this is what makes it fun. Because you guys are young and you want to establish it. You're not going to take
I
crap.
haven't really
you know,
met
so-
anyone that's like a
No one was a
arsehole.
dick?
Not really.
Not really.
Not really. There's a lot of dicks, but it's not really. There's a
There's
dick
not
and
one where.
arsehole.
Okay.
If you're not, they're not really arseholes. They're just
Okay.
dicks and don't know any better. I think. You know, but as a proper arsehole,
I can't really think of it.
Where are you guys from anyway in England?
well, Essex. And
Essex and
She's from Essex. I'm from London.
okay,
I was born in London though.
So it doesn't.
because your accents are like a tiny bit different.
Yeah, they are. Yeah, she's more common. I'm a bit more
Like here,
more
in our country,
more uppercut.
in
you know
our
what I mean?
country, you know, we have that too. Because like some people talk like they're from New York, and then you go to Texas and they talk a little different.
Okay, so I know you're expecting one of the greatest, most fantastic heavy metal bass players of all time. So we're gonna see that. We're gonna see that bit here in.
Kidding, right?
All right. Wanted to come down and interview a fantastic bass player and his daughter. We got the next best thing, Dave Ellefeson and Lauren Harris, who is a struggling rock and roll stress who's been out on tour. Her first tour, she's already played Donington. How many gigs did you have to do before you got to do Donington?
Thousands. I know. I'm totally envious.
How many
I'm totally
gigs
jealous
do you
of
think
her.
you did before you did
Literally
Donington?
thousands.
All right, and how many did
Tons.
you do before Donington? 100. And
Hundreds of
50
thousands.
50 of those were in people's at house parties,
Yeah.
like your first 50 gigs.
My first cake party.
Okay.
But the music
So-
business is all about being connected, as we know. Which is awesome.
Right. Well, and you're someone who's written a book on this business.
Right.
I've written a book.
What-
I did,
Yeah.
yeah.
A good,
Oh, wow.
a good book called, was it just
Called Making Music Your Business.
Right, the
Yeah.
music business book. What would be the best advice you could give her? Because don't you think she gets more people lie to her than anyone?
Yes, I do.
Don't right? Because
More
of
people
her
come and
being
see
name?
her than anyone. That's
But
for
you know what I'm
sure.
saying? I think people probably lie to her.
Well-
What advice would you give her? Someone
Well,
that's
the
already
fact
in
that
her
you're a
position?
girl is, which is why it's so good you're on tour with Iron Maiden, right?
Okay.
Because the big fact that you're a girl, you're in a heavy metal business, but you're not really playing heavy metal,
No.
which is cool. Be careful of all the guys, but it's good because you got family protection out there. Anybody, it's like the mafia. Anybody messing with her, it's just like
Yeah, I
they're
got my
done.
dad on tour.
Yeah, they're
so
done.
it's
Yeah,
like-
yeah. But you know, I was thinking about you today because I was sitting at home showing my daughter Athena how to play Iron Man on guitar.
That's good. That's-
Because we went
I'm
to go
calling
see the Iron
child
Man movie
protection.
the other day,
Okay.
right? And she plays piano and she plays guitar, and I'm thinking, oh, this is cool. I'm gonna go meet Lauren later today because we hadn't met until about an hour ago. So I'm thinking, I wonder what it was like you growing up. Did your dad show you bass licks or?
No, like I picked up the guitar when I was about 13. Like,
13, she
Did
said.
you like it or not?
I didn't never get the hang of it. Like I just used to.
Wait a minute.
haven't learned.
Lauren, you're helping me interview this guy.
Okay,
He tells us his daughter, he's teaching his daughter Iron Man. There's millions of songs in the world. It's a little girl.
Yeah.
What the hell? You can't teach her some song about
She was picking
cotton
up on
candy.
it, though.
It has
No,
to be Iron Man.
Of course not. Well, so right now she knows Smoke on the Water, Slow Ride by Foghat, and now we're getting into the catalog of Black Sabbath.
Did you see the Iron Man movie?
Yeah, we did. And
that
last week, and then at the end when he goes, actually, I am Iron Man. Everybody cheers, and then they play Iron Man.
Yeah,
My
but
daughter's like, wow,
look
that's
how
a cool
closely
song.
that goes your life. You're a guy,
Almost.
then you're covered in metal,
Right.
then you drink too much and take other drugs, then you're like, whoa.
Yeah, don't do that
I need
either,
to
by the
stop.
way. I didn't
I
put
need
that
to
in the
stop,
book, but
right?
you don't need
You
to do
did.
that.
You need to
But
stop
I'm just saying,
getting-
you used to ask about advice from the book. She doesn't need to do that.
What drugs?
Is that
Yeah,
in
you
the
don't
book?
need to
Is
do
that why? If all
You
this
can,
stuff
but
we
it'd
did,
save you a bunch of hassle.
but you should have put that as a chapter in the book because you saw the wreckage of it, but you were also had the mind to keep a life together and keep positive and not let it
And move
destroy
through
you.
that. Yeah, right. That happened.
How did you do that?
That was the chapter I didn't write too. Right?
What was the power that got you to do that?
I didn't put drink responsibly in there, right?
Or anything.
Right.
Drink responsibly. You guys snorted alcohol.
Right, am I supposed to do this?
Yeah, you're supposed to do that
Oh,
when
there you
you're
go.
Right,
No
right.
more talking.
Have none of you heavy metal people ever had a weapon? Everybody, it's like this. It's authority. Then you close it. Authority.
I can't even close that.
You know what I mean? So
You know what? She should have that. She should keep it.
I don't
That's-
know. because
being a
then
girl
you
around
can't
heavy
go anywhere
metal, she
with
should
it, though.
have that.
They'll take that
That
from you
should
at
be
the
yours.
airport.
Yeah,
So, Dave, your project F5.
F5, huh? Right?
How, like, after all you've done in life,
Right.
what keeps you with a band like that? Go, okay, I want to do another band and put all that. You know how
I
hard
had
it's
no
going to be.
intention of doing another band. In fact, after the other one ended, I was like, that's it, I'm done.
What other one?
And it wasn't that I had any, disdain for anything. It was just, you know how much work it is putting a band together.
yeah, but
Right?
you had enough of it though, like.
No,
most
I didn't have
people
enough of the life or the creation I loved. In fact, that's why about a year later, in 2003, I met these guys in F5 here in Phoenix, and all of a sudden we got in a room and we started playing, and all of a sudden magic happened. And because of that, I was like, wow, this is awesome. And what I also liked about it is it didn't sound like the other band I was in.
Why do you keep saying? Why are you afraid to say Megadeth?
No, I'm not. I just don't know why I say it.
Because you must.
I don't have to, 'cause
you
he
still
does
get
every
some
single
royalty
bit.
checks. You still get some royalty checks from songs you wrote.
Sure, of course.
And you did an awesome job in that thing. I must have seen you personally play at least 50 Megadeth shows. At least I'm thinking I
Okay,
must have saw
50,
you play.
all right.
Maybe even more. And you played.
didn't see any.
You played great. And
Right?
well, I've
No.
got a heavy metal problem. Okay, she just has a music
Hey,
problem.
let me ask you a question. Years ago, we toured with Iron Maiden.
Yeah,
Were
I was
you
like 4.
around? Yeah. I was thinking about that because, 1988, we did, 7 Son of a 7 Son.
Yeah, I was like 4.
You were about 4. Were you out on the road
Yeah.
at that time? Because I remember there was always family and
Oh yeah, I would have been there. Like,
nannies
my
and
mum
helpers
always used
and-
to come out and we used
Right.
to ride the tour bus and everything. So
You
I
were
probably
out.
did see you.
right.
Or slept
We just didn't
through.
recognize each other because it was.
You don't remember
20 years
Hangar
ago.
18
20 years
being
ago.
played?
Well, actually, that wasn't
I was
even
4
written
years
at that
old.
time.
The
Yeah.
UFO song with the
Yeah.
UFO, the video with the UFO puppets. And
She was learning Iron Man on guitar.
oh my God, it's so funny that you're a kid. So then what's your goal now? Where do you go from being on tour? She's kind of screwed now. Where do you go from here? I've played Donington.
It's
I've done a
straight,
tour
yeah.
with
Right,
Iron
I played
Maiden.
it twice as well.
Yeah, so what are you going to do? What's your next goal for big something?
Start headlining my own shows and people coming to pay to me. It's next.
Do you feel economically insecure? When you said people were paying to see you, I didn't know if you have a big credit card debt or Steve.
Fall
What
back
about
on,
you?
so she's trying to get the music.
Now,
career
what
going.
do you? What's your goal
I have
for your
nothing to
music?
fall back on. At all.
But do you have a goal? Are you just riding this as a fun, enjoying the music, or are you
course, absolutely.
let's get to this point? And
The worst thing you can do is plan music, right? It doesn't ever happen like that. It's one of the worst things you can do. It's like sitting around talking about sports. You play sports, you
Yeah.
play music. You just go out and you do it. And that, as you were asking earlier, that's why I keep doing it. Because every day when my eyes pop open, I think about everything. I can do this, I can do that. Send this email, make that phone call, move something forward, right? And then that's how this happens. And then you end up opening for Iron Maiden.
Would you?
That's kind of what happens.
Would you do if you had an opportunity? Would you play? Would you let your band play on a bill with Megadeth? Like, if there's some festival, would you be able to deal with that?
You know what?
Or is Dave too mentally and emotionally unstable?
You know, my whole thing with that is that if it was all of us together doing it, that would probably be a fun thing to do.
You mean like Poland?
No, I don't even know. I don't even know. I mean, it's almost, it would be like the Yes reunion, wouldn't it? It would be like, which
no,
era
because the
do you
Yes
pull together?
reunion
Or do
would
you pull
suck,
together like,
because Yes would be there.
well,
No.
but I'm saying, do you pull together
Megadeth
4
is
eras?
this great. Megadeth.
4 eras, and like, okay, now we play these songs from that lineup, from that album.
Yeah.
And then these 2 guys, we play these 4 albums of that material from that era.
You still speak to them and everything?
I speak to pretty much all of them. It's pretty much all of them. In fact, the one drummer, Jimmy DeGrasso, is now in my band F5.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, he's yep. So we just did an album.
But
that's
don't you
coming out
have
here
to
in a
talk to
couple of
Dave
months.
sometimes about legal crap or
No,
something?
we don't. We don't ever discuss any of that stuff. The last time he and I got together a couple of years ago, we sat down, we broke bread, we mended fences, and made sure everything was cool. And we had talked about playing together, but I unfortunately got very, very ill. Ended up in the hospital. Ended up in the emergency room, and was not able to play on something that we talked about. And then that was the last time we spoke.
You and Dave could have clocked out.
We had a
any night.
lethal combination, but it was never an attempt to kill myself.
Okay, but it was like a roundabout.
Death was in the room, but
Yes,
yeah,
I think you don't sound like you just don't say anything, almost anything negative, or anything. And it's
But
like,
why
anything-
would you?
Well, you were in Megadeth.
Yeah.
He was in Megadeth for how many years?
20 years.
God, I
Yeah,
went on
20
like
years.
3 like half tours with Megadeth, and I like just would
And look
follow
how
him.
negative he is.
I mean,
Does he stand and watch the shows every night?
Yeah, every
Does he?
single night.
Does he?
He comes
Yeah.
and watches every single night.
He's got to be super proud. I mean, how happy?
to critique
Oh, yeah.
or to
yeah.
enjoy.
No, yeah, both. I mean, he always comes into the dressing room afterwards. It's nice because he's like, you know, it's familiar to me. Like, my dad comes in and he tells me, like, oh, that was a really good bird try, or he's like, you know.
Does he critique you on like what to wear, how to address the audience?
Yeah.
Is he really critical of your bass player?
No, he's not.
Really? Yeah, that's what I wondered.
That would be
Right.
harsh.
Yeah, right.
That'd be like you being critical of the bass player.
I mean, Randy, he does well with that, right? I
Yeah,
mean,
yeah.
he's got a lot of eyes watching him,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah, he does really well with it. I mean,
Yeah. So did he play bass on the album?
Yeah.
That was him. Okay, gotcha.
not all of it.
Not all of it.
All right, well,
Special guest appearance.
I guess we'll let
Yeah.
these people get back to their real lives, but Dave Ellefeson, legendary bass player and cool person. He's not a dick like a lot of the people we meet in bands that think they're cool and they're not. Don't make me name any names. Brett Michaels.
Go on, name some names.
I'll name a bunch. Brett Michaels is a freak. Don Dawkins a freak. You know who the nicest band in the world, and this is going to sadden you too, is Slayer. It's like,
They are very nice.
it's stupid and it
Yeah,
sucks.
they are very nice. They're just very regular guys.
So look for F5's thing, because you know that'll be him playing on it, so it
Yep.
plays good.
That'd be nice.
And she obviously knows something. Best of luck.
And she sings great. She's awesome.
Okay, thank you so much.
Awesome. That's funny. Jesus, out of all the things to do.
Oh, hey, hold on a second. Hey, so there you go. And what have we learned? We've learned that Lauren Harris and her band really aren't that bad. Ooh, and they're really cool people. And if you had a band like Iron Maiden and you were on a big, huge tour, you'd have your kid on the tour too. And I think what we should try to worry about bitching at Iron Maiden shows is why that Yannick Gers hasn't been retired.
The greatest music ever created and how it ruined our lives is brought to you by ICanSmellYourBrains.com and Mr. Submarine, now with 2 Phoenix locations. We'd like to thank our guests and viewers for watching. This has been your announcer, Russ Walton, speaking. And now, it's nap time.
You know you should have on your show? REO fucking Speedwagon. Now that's a band, baby. Here, have another one. You know who else? You ever heard of Rush? That's the best three-piece band you could ever get together.